Yo, 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 what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Money Monday. I hope everyone had a good weekend, got yourself back to neutral, shut your engines down, ready to rock and roll. It is Money Monday on Winjet Radio, presented by Winjet Studios. I am Chris Ross, and I do always the opening and kicking up a couple notches, ready to rock and roll on a Monday morning for those who are in the States, wherever you are in the big blue marble. It is afternoon, my time. In the UK, it's 4:03. So we're ready to rock and roll. A lot of updates for you. Great things that are happening. Quick little updates before we get started on this. The giveaways. We're about to kick this thing up in the back office on the side of it. So for those who have been sharing, resharing, commenting, engaging on our Facebook group, Winjet Studios, Winjet Studios on Instagram, and then also on LinkedIn, and then Winjet TV on YouTube. The reason why we changed the name from Winjet Studios to Winjet TV on YouTube is we have a lot of amazing things happening on the backside of this with the partnerships, with the sponsors, and the giveaways that I'm leading into right now talking about. The giveaways, we have Shure microphones we'll be giving away. We have so many different types of sponsors that are leaning in, covering a lot of information and dumping into the communities for those who have been sharing. And we do have a list somewhere. Carolyn has it. The people that were resharing and sharing the content. So if you're on Facebook right now and you're watching this live, reshare it, screenshot it, send a text message to 843-396-2104, or you can send an email at admin@winjet.com. We were doing the 843-396-2104 at Winjet. Just didn't make any sense. Just send it to admin@winjet.com. And that way we can add you to the giveaway sheet. And that giveaway sheet, we're going to be doing some raffles and doing special giveaways for those who are part of the community on the front end and then back end, content creators, and then also content consumers and consumers. It could be just podcasting, could be, music, TV, different parts of a lot of people are doing on restaurants. One of our community members and community leader with the production team. For those who do need production services, I highly suggest you be joining the community and getting $2,000 something off his original service to what he does for different shows. The Pirate Syndicate is definitely one of my favorite shows out there. He has 5 guests a week, same time, same bad channel on LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch. He's got a whole bunch of them. He's got Twitch. I don't even know the names of the platforms. He's on it. Okay. So make sure you're doing what you need to do to get your show produced in the right way. There's a lot of other stuff that we have on the back office side where if you have a content creators, you want to take your content and try to repurpose it in a lot of different ways with Haney or Repurpose.io. Highly suggest you doing that. And that way you can just take a link and it also reshares it on that one side. And me talking about the sponsors and leaning into this, I wanted to bring up a little shout out to the Just Lee Roadshow. We just dropped another episode on just this past Friday, which gives a little bit more of behind the scenes content of what the show's actually about. The first 10 episodes or so of the Just Lee Roadshow, we're kind of talking about future pacing a little bit on what the show's really about. It's giving a fan, I guess, content creator, content consumer, people that reach out to Just Lee, a different look on what actually takes place with her going on the road. She just went to Country Fest, around 60 to 85,000 fans, and it just blew it up and was just phenomenal for herself. So what you're going to start seeing with the episodes is actually what happens on the road. So there will be conversations with myself, Steve Virginia, her manager, for myself, and Winjet Music coming up a little bit later on down the road. We're not going to really disclose a lot of information about that just yet. But then also with the other part of this is being able to communicate inside of the community. In perfect example on what I'm talking about, everyone's kind of confused on the type of understanding of what Winjet Studios is going to be all about. Winjet Studios is an all-in-one educational hub for content creators and content consumers. It's for those who being able to get instant access to interact with the hosts, guests, people that come onto the shows, and teaching others and inspiring others to do the same. If they want to reach their communities in a lot of different ways, maybe gaining more clients, and also with the backside of this, Impact School with Lauren Tickner, co-owner of Winjet Studios. And we haven't made that official announcement just yet, but I just dropped it anyway. So we're going to start bridging that gap. And what her company focuses on, and her mission is all about teaching coaches or content creators and teaching them how to set up courses and setting up their online business to grow their listenership, and then also growing their brand awareness and take it to a new heights, up to multiple six figures or multiple seven, multiple eight, whatever you're trying to accomplish in this world. We have everything all in one educational approach. And that was my mission with Winject Studios anyway, because most people know that that's where I come from, is the educational world and educational space of teaching people how to properly qualify someone and not selling a product, service, or good. You're enrolling them into that product, service, or good if it aligns with what they need to do short term and then long term. Hope that makes sense. Yes, yes. Those are here live. If that doesn't make sense, I can answer a question. Just drop it in the chat box, whatever the hell we are, whatever platform. So the other side of this, I wanted to make sure that we're talking about the Just Lead Road show. She's went from no one knowing actually she had a podcasting show to her being in the top 50 with after shows. That's going to be amazing moving forward. One thing that you have seen a lot with myself, me doing a lot of the interviewing type of style of the after show, that's not what it's going to be. It's going to be more of them being on the road or doing the escapades. She did a episode be coming out here in the next couple of weeks, talking about the Key Lime Pod. They're down in Key West doing a tour date. A lot of amazing things are happening. There's a lot of fun things coming up with a little bit more of a game show type of approach. So you won't really be seeing my face. I was just pretty much bridging that gap. And then it'll be also with her going on the road and obviously having kind of like a podcasting type of center on a tour bus, which is pretty cool. I've seen a lot of content already starting to film. It's just amazing things that are happening right now. The Win-Win Effect, my show. Episode 113 just dropped today with Tony Chapetta. He is an amazing individual all the way out in California right now. He runs a company called AMC Solutions. If you notice, we really didn't talk about microchipping and all the different types of technology and what he's done to grow his corporation to a very high level. We talked a lot about what normal entrepreneurs or people actually come to a crossroads when they get to in life and in business and merging everything together. So I highly suggest you going out and checking that out, that episode on Spotify, every platform we have, Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, whatever your favorite platform is, make sure you tune into that. You're not going to want to miss that episode. We go all the way in depth, and I'm even start sharing a little bit more information about some of my personal life, and there's some areas of opportunity and maybe could hopefully be a finger pointing down the trail for someone to walk down and go, you know what? They talked about this. I would have to experience it. In order for you to create something great, you need to destroy the version of your current self because you can't take it with you. You need to move on to the next level. And the only way to break through that glass ceiling is to do all the small things when no one's paying attention. And that's the difference between good and great, in my opinion. For those have such a high principle of belief and faith in themselves that everything will work out at the right timing if you're aligned and you're open to surrendering and not trying to control things. And that's really difficult with entrepreneurs because entrepreneurs sometimes, I would say majority of the time, are control freaks. We need to control. Well, in order for you to attract, you need to surrender. So totally different message. I hope everyone grasps the concept of that. If you have any questions, send an email at admin@winjet.com or send a text at 843-396-2104. And I'll make sure that when we bring Tony on for more of a Q&A, I'm going to start opening up these Q&As. So that's the next part that I want to talk about. I love how all this works out. So the community, when we open up the back office of this, we talked about Nina Perez and Orest being the two top podcasters within the community that did the beta testing. We gave them forever lifetime membership. And how we dumping them back in, we're going to also give them their own live channel. Their own live channel will be done on winjet.com. When you go to winjet.com, you're going to have your logins. Most of you can request it right now. So I highly suggest you going to winjet.com and checking it out and joining. There's going to be some different types of ways for us to dump in and pour into the community with giving trainings. Yes, these lives, these are great. This is our way of being able to outsource and attract new people into the community. And we do that within and obviously growing. But inside the community, winjet.com, this is where we really pour into you guys. And I'm talking about pouring in so much content, we can overwhelm you. And you're going to have your own advisor, or I guess you would say person or point of contact for you to touch base with any kind of questions you might have. One of the things that Russ Johns is going to be doing for the community, which I think is freaking phenomenal. right when you get onboarded and you start the process and you have like more of our tutorials with Jason and Zach and what they've done with the back office is just freaking awesome. They have the gamifying it, having little badges. But once you get yourself onboarded and you know exactly where to go for certain things, more of a Q&A, quick questions, answering, how do you set up show notes, how do you do social media posts, how do you get so much engagement? We have our own engagement groups. Once you get those logins and you start getting onboarded, Russ Johns will invite you to come on to the Pirate Syndicate, and that show is Monday through Friday. I think it's at 7 a.m. Eastern. I believe it's 7 a.m. Eastern. No, it's not. No, I'm thinking 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. his time. So yeah, so same time, same bad. He'll get with you on that, but he'll invite you on the show to spotlight your show, to talk about all the things, your message and what you're trying to accomplish, which I think is so dope because you're giving you already instant access to it, raising the awareness of your show and people to start downloading and streaming. And that brings me up to the next point with the engagement side. We have engagement groups, and this engagement groups are people within the community. This isn't outsourcing engagement groups. These are people within the engagement groups are actually going to listen, download, stream, share the content for you to get to the right people that you're trying to get to. There's nothing worse in this world for a content creator than having a phenomenal message and then no one hears you. If you're not plugged into the right community or plugged into the right stations, then there's a good chance that your message is going to go off somewhere else, and then someone else is going to pick up on something, and you might have phenomenal content. So this is what this is all about, guys. All right. So we're here to put you in a position to win, and that's my job. That's my moral obligation to each and every person, content creator or content consumer, to put you in a position to win. That is my job. And God damn it, I'm going to do it. All right. So excuse my language, but I'm hype on a Monday. We're going to make it happen. So other than that, guys, that's pretty much it to cover on the WinJect Lives. This week, we're going to, I think it's going to be August 1st, Carolyn. You could drop a little message there. I think is it August 1st? I think it's next Monday. We're starting the actual community where we talk about one specific topic and each partner. Yes. I'm looking over here. Little comment. Yeah. Okay. August 1st. So next week, remember last week when I mentioned we're going to cover imposter syndrome and each partner is going to take a swing at it on taking your at-bats. Well, next week, Monday, we're going to talk about, I'm going to give my take on imposter syndrome, what to feel, how to maneuver around this, how to raise your awareness, and how to get to the right people without actually self-sabotaging yourself when it comes to imposter syndrome. I'm going to kick off the week, then Russ Johns, then Angelo Cisco from Alpha Hippie. Great guys. And then cleaning it up with Zach and Jason. And we need to figure out the times with Oris and Nina coming up moving forward. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. Just want to make sure I want to cover. Make sure you go check out the shows. Can't wait for this week coming up. What? Stay tuned. All right, guys. Peace out. Much love. Take care.
This broadcast is brought to you by WinJect Studios. We are an all-in-one educational platform for podcasters that revolutionizes how hosts leverage content to increase engagement with listeners, downloads, and income. We come together to focus on community, collaboration, and collective impact. For more information on how you can interact directly with our hosts, access exclusive live content with offers you can't get anywhere else from our official partners, join our purpose-driven community by visiting www.winject.com. If you're ready to build a career doing what you love, then we're ready to see you there.